Okay, we're here at a coffee shop. Where are we right now?
Right now we're at Hooked on Colfax.
Hooked at Colfax.
Yes.
What city? Are we in Denver?
We're in Denver.
And Colfax is a neighborhood in Denver.
Colfax is one of the longest streets, avenues in the country. It used to be the longest avenue. I don't think we're the longest one anymore. But Colfax is where everything goes down in Denver. It's infamous. And
Okay.
we're hooked on Colfax.
What's this neighborhood known for?
This neighborhood is known for culture, art, also like economic inequality. There's a lot of unhoused people. But this specific block is about treating them well. And that's why I work here.
Okay, cool. So I just biked through rural Illinois and Iowa. Let me ask you, would you consider yourself a leftist?
Yes.
So you're probably the first, I mean, there's been people all over the political spectrum.
Yeah.
But I would say you're the first canonical leftist.
Green hair, barista, cute fit. That's
Exactly.
me. I'm a stereotype. Happy Pride.
Mitski fan.
Mitski fan. Yeah.
You're the first leftist that I've interviewed.
That's fascinating.
What's your relationship with technology like right now?
I am such an old man.
Okay.
I don't even do Discord.
Okay.
I had a 4-year career in politics that I dropped out of, and now I'm a barista. And there was a lot of times that I wanted to use ChatGPT, and I did before I knew any better. But now I know better, and of course I rely on technology to like survive, to talk to people, to connect
You use
to
computers.
people. I use
You
computers.
use the internet.
I write.
Are you
I'm
on
in school.
Are you on Instagram?
I'm on Instagram.
How do you feel about ceding power to, tech workers in California, who can, control what you see?
You kind of just like hold it, and you just let it go. It's like, I'm not doing shit anyway. I'm looking at memes, like have fun, FBI agent. I have nothing. Yes, I'm looking at leftist memes, but so are a lot of people, so.
Sorry, I'm just pulling your chain. But so you already came out swinging against AI.
I did. Yeah.
I haven't said anything.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything yet because it seems like you have stuff to say. Do you want
Yeah.
to just start talking about how you feel about AI?
Yes, there's someone coming in.
You
This guy's dog's name is Bluey.
You know him. All right. So you can. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll pause.
Okay. Hi, Bluey. What's up? Hi, baby. I'm being interviewed about.
So we have to
Yeah.
pause there because
Yeah.
is it she or they? Or,
Me?
yeah.
They, them.
They them.
I'm
they.
one of those.
No, you're you're one of them. Yeah. So we had to pause because you're still working. But okay, so you're going to talk about your views on AI.
AI is terrifying. AI is terrifying. And I acknowledge, for me, it's a lot of misinformation. Not misinformation, lack of education.
For you,
'Cause
you have a lack of education about
I have a
AI.
lack of education, and what I do in my life is I go to people that are nerds. I'm friends with a lot of nerds, and they tell me about like the singularity and like the bubble will burst and all of this. All I know is that I used to work. Go for it. You're good.
Do you want me to
Yeah,
block
yeah.
you? Or
Thank you. How was the chai?
It was great. Thank
Oh,
you
good.
so much.
Good. Have a good one. I used to work in politics. I used to work in communications. Blah, 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 blah. AI prompt, that was my job. I was writing. I could be replaced. Even as a barista, they have machines that can steam the milk and do all this shit. But that's going to take a second. And that's going to take money. So I'm a barista. And, I'm thinking of it more of myself. But of course, like at first, like they use AI to target Palestinians in Gaza, like specifically. Like every single person that they've killed has been distinctly on purpose. So I think it's 15,000 kids that have been recorded that have been murdered since 2023. And we know that it's multiple times more because the people who were counting the dead bodies are now dead. So I'm terrified by it. Not to get into Israel, Palestine at work. They're cool here. Anyways, what's going on in Gaza, Lebanon, like West Asia, is like the full extent of what we're seeing with our little ChatGPT for my homework and ChatGPT for my shopping list. And I'm also horrified for the children. I'm really interested in developmental psychology, and it's so important to have thoughts and original thoughts and write things and create things. And I saw something that I'm on like teacher Instagram reels, and a teacher said like a child in high school just said like, wow, I don't think anyone has ever written a 10-page paper before without AI. And it's like, there are books, there are novels. Have you heard of them? It's crazy, and it's very terrifying, and I'm trying to articulate it well and not too long, but basically they're numbing our brains so we can't critically think about what they're doing to us, and then AI robots or whatever are gonna get voting rights, and we will have no rights.
Okay.
That is my TLDR.
I'm going to stop you there because
Yeah.
there's a lot of different strains there. So
Yeah.
we're going to try to isolate them one by one.
Okay.
Okay. So first you mentioned the singularity. So are you familiar with the concept of the singularity?
Kind of.
What do you think the singularity means?
I'm scared. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I can't say it.
Okay. We'll pause for a second.
Okay.
Okay, so we had to pause. Someone came in, but we were talking about the singularity. You had mentioned it, but you're not exactly sure necessarily what it means.
No, I'm full of shit. I'm a total poser.
Have you heard of
She's in the bathroom.
Have you heard of the concept of artificial general intelligence?
General?
AGI, artificial general intelligence.
CGI. I don't know.
So it's the concept of when, it's a vague and people mean different things by it, but the concept of when machines are better at all intellectual tasks than any human being.
Oh, I've discussed this idea.
And have you heard of the concept of artificial superintelligence?
I've heard of it.
Artificial superintelligence is when a machine is smarter than basically all humans combined. Let me pause again.
We're fine. We're good.
Sorry. Have you heard of recursive self-improvement?
Cursive self-improvement?
Recursive.
Oh, yeah. I know, it's so small, right? Yeah.
You have not heard of recursive self-improvement? You can keep talking if you're down.
There you go. Just giving you a fresh one. Yeah. Well, I'm learning a lot. The curse of intelligence.
Recursive self-improvement. Okay, so that was just all to get a sense of where you're at. Recursive self-improvement is there's no.
I'm fine with where I'm at.
Recursive self-improvement is the idea that when AI gets sufficiently smart, it will be able to start improving itself, and it will turn into this exponential process where it can go from AGI to ASI and become the most powerful thing in the universe, basically. And this is sort of related to the singularity. The singularity is sort of a concept similar to black holes, which is you get to a point where you're past the event horizon, and you're.
Awesome.
I'm being very vague, reductive, and general here.
Sure.
But it's
I
also
can
just for
look
the
into this.
audience to. know
I always
where-
have a long list of things I need to Google, and then I go to work and don't Google things.
It's okay. So then you also mentioned jobs and automation.
Mm-hmm.
You said things are terrifying. Do you find the concept of all jobs getting automated to be something terrifying, or did you mean something else as what you considered terrifying?
No, I consider it terrifying.
Why?
I want to make it clear, I'm not anti-progress.
You're not against.
There's your T. Yeah.
You're not against progress and technology generally.
No, I'm interested in regulated, smart progress that centers humanity. And because of who controls our government and because of money and politics, people over profit, basic. I'm not against AI being here. I'm not even against data centers. I'm just against where they're putting the data centers and how quickly they're doing it. And then a side note is that the union movement in America is pro data centers, and that's horrible and anti-human.
Because they can get construction jobs and stuff like this.
For a few months, they have a job, and then you're out of a job. They don't.
So maybe the union's not always on the people's side.
No, not American unions.
No.
You can film me saying that. I'm proud of it.
Um,
I have a lot of history with unions.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. And then you mentioned Israel-Palestine. We're not going to get super into Israel-Palestine right now, just because we don't have that much time. But let's talk about warfare generally and artificial intelligence in warfare. What do you think about it? Is there a limit? Do you believe in? Yeah, I guess just you have the floor here.
I don't know. I'm definitely still formulating my thoughts on this, but I think, you know, UN, if international law does exist, which it kind of doesn't, I don't think AI should touch weapons
At all.
at all.
What do you think about like facial recognition?
No.
You don't believe in using.
No, I believe in privacy.
So what if our opponents are using advanced technologies in
That's war.
planes?
Well, they're doing this, so we're going to
and-
be worse.
And
Let's go over here.
if they're using advanced technologies in plane, right? Like we're fighting China, and all of this stuff, and they're using facial recognition. They have autonomous drone swarms, and we're just sending soldiers out there on foot.
I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I think there should be, you know, International Criminal Court, if they are using facial recognition. First of all, a law pass, UN or whatever. Internationally, no AI, and then repercussions if there is AI usage.
So you're somewhat in favor of maybe some sort of something like a Geneva Convention or
Yes.
something like that across the world.
100%.
But let's say there isn't a Geneva Convention and our opponents are using autonomous technologies in warfare, and we're going to have lots of soldiers just getting absolutely blasted by, let's say, these autonomous drone swarms. Would you be in favor of using
AI against them?
our own autonomous drones to shoot down, let's say, not even for targeting opponents, but just for defense of our own soldiers?
I have many thoughts on the military-industrial complex, and those soldiers are victims. Most of them are victims of poverty and didn't have any other choice. I have many friends that went into the military, and I feel for them, but I also, as a crazy fucking leftist, feel no allegiance to any country.
You don't
And
feel
if
like a
they're-
patriot.
No. And so, why would I? When we get poor people to sacrifice their lives, their bodies, and then they come home, or they die, or they come home, and then what percent of them are homeless and ill?
Yeah.
And Trump is cutting the VA. There's a
Yeah.
lot.
No
There's
doubt
a
our
lot.
country
I don't
is-
believe in any of that, but I'm not about to do this childish, like, they're killing my guys, so we gotta kill them. I'm against war.
Okay.
So it's
You're generally
simple.
pro peace when it's
Hot
possible.
take.
And then we talked about voting rights and rights for AI. So let's take a step back. Do you think machines can be conscious?
I sure hope not. I'm terrified of that.
But you think it's possible?
Yeah, it's gonna be possible.
How soon do you think they might be conscious?
2 years?
You think very soon?
Yeah.
And you think if they're conscious, they don't deserve rights?
This is gonna get me killed. But no.
Okay. Do you have any why, or it's just
Pro-human.
you're
I'm
pro?
pro-human.
You're a humanist.
I'm an old man.
You're an old man.
Like, I believe in how humans are created, and it's fucked up too. You
Yeah.
know? Like, it's too easy to make a baby. But we need to center humanity
Center humanity.
and moving forward. And just because they're conscious, because you can just make as many as you want, we cannot give them voting rights.
Not voting
Maybe
rights,
we
but
can
let's
give
talk
them,
about
like, housing.
let's talk about
healthcare, whatever that means.
non-democratic rights. Let's talk about just
Yeah.
human rights that
Human
aren't.
right. Yeah, I don't know. That's
Should
a
anyone
weird
be able
line.
to like, let's say ChatGPT 7 is just like clearly as conscious as you and me, and you can just open it up on your computer browser and say anything you want to it. Should that be legal?
It should be regulated. Yeah.
No,
No,
you're-
you're fine.
Like, let me
regulated.
give you some examples.
Yeah.
Can I open it up and make it do just like extremely taxing menial labor? Like, I need
That's
you.
the other fucked up part.
Can I?
Yeah.
Should I be allowed to open up ChatGPT and say count to 1 million?
No.
That seems wrong.
Yeah. It's
So
exploitative. So to that degree, also just think about the water usage
Okay.
of making it count to 1 million.
I've actually heard
people
that this
doing that
doesn't
right now?
actually use as much water as people think. That
Okay.
data centers,
Energy.
they do use a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I'm not super familiar, and I don't want to speak
Yeah.
confidently.
Yeah.
But I've heard the water usage is a bit over exaggerated.
I think it's a meme at this point.
It's a bit of a meme. It
It's like,
spread fast.
Ask me questions and I'll drink water and draw you a pretty picture. Don't use AI.
That's okay. It does probably use a lot of energy. It's going to use
Yeah.
more energy. So you're confused about the rights. Let's talk about animal
I'm
rights.
confused.
What do you think about animal rights in this country?
Oh yeah, maybe like kind of like not animal rights are fucked up.
What do you think animals
Like
have
our-
enough rights in this country right now?
No.
What?
I have friends that work for Pro Animal Colorado, so I know that they are a lot more knowledgeable. Again, with it, I go to my friends who are experts in things, and I just do my own thing. But no, I know that they're working really hard, and I should be vegan. I'm not. Whatever, that's fine. I'm not a billionaire.
But you don't think, for instance, pigs should be in tiny cages?
No.
Okay.
Beagles shouldn't be on hard wire, whatever that is.
Beagles,
Should be
do
on-
they
did you
they
see
put them
that?
on hard wire?
Yeah.
I'm not super familiar, but I believe
There was
you.
this huge rescue of a bunch of beagles. They broke into this beagle
Oh,
farm.
I
Yeah,
actually
and
am
they got
familiar.
pepper
I am
sprayed.
familiar with that.
Yeah. And the beagles were like on wire.
Yeah,
on
I
their little
know.
feet.
I actually know. I don't know, but I know of
Yeah.
some of the people who participated and got arrested in that.
I know one.
Seems scary. So I'm actually somewhat part of a community called Effective Altruism, if you've heard of
Heard
it.
of it.
And it's a controversial community, but some
Yeah.
of the people in the community were part of that
Oh, yeah.
thing, and it was a
I
big.
don't know much about it. I have
it
to
was
ask a friend.
It was a big controversy actually in the community because it split the community among lines of
We're so good at that.
if it was good or bad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk.
I think solely good. Just the action itself.
Yeah, you think that was
Really
just a
good.
good thing. Let's talk now about extinction risk. Do you believe artificial intelligence is gonna have more than a 1% chance of being the primary cause of human extinction in the next 20 years?
I mean, if it pushes climate change, it'll be like climate change and AI together.
You think?
Yeah.
But it could also solve
It
climate
could also be
change.
nuclear war.
It could solve nuclear war. It could solve world peace. It could solve climate change. Do you believe any of these things?
No.
Why not?
I don't believe in a robot.
You don't think? Well, climate change seems like clearly it could be solved with technological progress. If
No,
we invent
we're
fusion,
beyond climate change.
No, because
You're
you can pull, if you invent fusion, you can pull greenhouse gases out of the air, right?
Oh, okay.
You can revert. I'm not an expert on this either. I'm just kind of trying
Yeah,
to
I've
feel
never
you
heard
out.
of this, so
And like, I see you're looking at me skeptically.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm trying to be pro AI. I'm
No, yeah,
trying
no,
to
no.
be Socratic and
yeah,
make
yeah,
sure
yeah.
we
And
can
I'm just
get.
looking at you because I'm thinking.
Okay.
No, AI is not going to save us.
Okay.
And it's not like we're going to be saved ever. It's just going to be okay. That's just life. We can survive and we're going to figure out the solution. And maybe we'll use AI to get along there. But that route, but I don't think, a few hours of conversation with AI is going to find world peace.
But what if
We've
it
never
solved
found.
new science, right?
Yeah, for
If you're very concerned about climate change, like my personal opinion would be, if
the
you're
most ironic thing I've ever heard.
very
AI solve climate change. I can't get my mind around it.
my best guess is if your main concern is climate change,
Yeah.
AI is a positive thing. That technology is the way out of climate change, right? Renewable resources improving is our best way out of climate change. It is possible to make them better. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But let's talk not about climate change. Let's talk about
No, I completely disagree because we already have all the solutions to solve climate
Okay.
change that have been done by humans.
what are the solutions?
I don't know the solutions. I'm not a climate scientist, but I know that I read that we have everything that we need. It's who's in power and who makes the decisions that has decided
You
that
think
we're
it's a
going to take this
you think
path.
it's a government issue?
Yes.
Yeah.
You always have to look at power. Who has decision-making power, like the power to change other people's behavior.
Yeah. I'm assuming you're very concerned with wealth inequality, and we'll get
Yeah.
there right after. But
Okay.
before we get to sort of maybe your favorite topics, let's
Yeah.
talk about more like the Terminator 2001 Space Odyssey flavor of AI misalignment. Do you believe this is possible?
I don't know. I don't
You're not
totally
sure?
understand
What do you not understand, or what
the
do you?
references. I watched the Odyssey.
Well, I guess broadly, I'm talking about AI misalignment. So let's say AI does reach this AGI that we were talking about earlier, where it's smarter than all of us. I'm not sure if you already feel like it's smarter than you. I don't know. You don't talk to it much, right?
No.
So you probably don't have a super opinionated take right now. But let's imagine the AI is smarter than all of us. Do you believe that humanity would be able to stay in control?
No.
No. But do you think that, what do you mean?
Seen enough movies.
What do you mean by
The
that?
robot will take over.
You think the robots will take over, or things will get chaotic, or you're just
They'll
not
use
sure?
us as puppets.
They'll use us as puppets?
Have you seen? I can't remember the show, but there's an animated show where the the president is replaced by a robot.
That does sound familiar, but I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen it.
I can't remember the name.
Can't remember the name.
But
I love when people shout out any sci-fi books you've read. That's great.
ooh, Parable of the Sower.
Parable of the
Sower
Sower. What's that
by
about?
Octavia Butler. It's a
Okay.
post-apocalyptic political science fiction book. It's my favorite book.
Why do you like it?
I like it because of the interpersonal relationships that are developed and the character building, and also the character is fascinating. The main character, she creates a religion, but not on purpose, just out of her own intuition. She's just writing truths, and the first line of her writing is that God is change. And so change is the only constant that we can rely on.
That's what a lot of people have been telling me.
Yeah.
So you're sort of, are you in this camp of technological progress is inevitable?
Yes.
What do you think about Amish people?
Go for them.
You don't think we could all become Amish?
No.
Why is that?
We're addicted.
What?
We're addicted.
But Amish people have figured out a way to basically stop progressing. Like, yes, they use
Like,
some modern technology.
Being born into it.
But-
People don't change. People do not change. I'm a psych minor.
So everything changes, but people don't change.
People change like on the surface,
Uh-huh.
but like your, like your super ego or your id, or your ego, not your id. Freud reference. Sorry. But like your general personality and tendencies do not change. Especially when you wake up, you scroll, you have 2 seconds, you scroll, you go to lunch, you scroll. Like, you can't just,
Yeah.
you can taper it. People do that. People delete Instagram. Oh my God. But like,
So I'm seeing two
one's gonna
sides
be
of
Amish.
I'm seeing two sides of you.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a very passionate person
Yeah.
who really wants to help other people
Yeah.
and provide for your community. And I'm also seeing a lot of nihilism.
yeah, a lot of nihilism.
Is that an accurate
yeah.
description?
I just quit a 4-year career in politics and I'm a barista.
How do you balance those things in your head?
I journal.
You journal.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Okay, so let's talk about wealth inequality now and concentration of power. Do you think AI is going to make wealth inequality and concentration of power better or worse?
Worse.
Worse? Why is that?
Because the people who concentrate the wealth are the ones investing in AI, ones controlling the economy where everything is just whatever some guy decides has value. They decided that AI has value, and so it's booming. And so they'll inflate their growth, and the rest of us are going to stay down here. I make $16 an hour
Yeah.
in Denver.
How much does Elon Musk make an hour?
Wow, I don't know. Billions. He's a trillionaire now.
He's a trillionaire now, yeah.
Yeah.
What
Trillions,
do you see as the solutions or moving towards the solutions for concentration of wealth and power?
Well, my mom's Chinese. She said that most dynasties never really last. Stickers on it.
This is their vape. So we're on the street now. This is where the neighborhood we're in looks like vaguely. We're in a big street, so it looks a little different on the side streets. But so we were talking about concentration of wealth and power, and we were getting to what you think we should be doing to.
What I should be doing.
No, what the government or you.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
whatever you want, but I would say the government
Oh,
is what
sure.
I'm more interested in.
I'm a poli-sci major. So like economic populism works.
What does that mean?
Economic populism is talking about people like, day-to-day people's lives, taxes, property taxes.
You think we should raise taxes?
No, taxes are good.
You think
Lower taxes.
we should lower
taxes.
How
Stop spending billions of dollars on the military daily.
Wait. So you think we
Daily.
should lower taxes to solve
We
wealth
can't.
inequality?
The
How will
evidence
lowering
is there.
How will lowering taxes solve wealth inequality?
Fixing our priorities. Lowering taxes would allow people to climb up the economic ladder. Also, graduated income tax. The more money you make, the more you get taxed.
Sure.
It makes sense.
So you think you're saying we should lower taxes on poor people,
Yeah.
but not lower taxes in general.
In general as well.
You think Elon Musk? You think billionaires?
He should pay more taxes. He doesn't
Wait.
pay taxes.
So you think we should raise taxes on
On
rich
the
people?
rich.
Well, that's not this. I said, did you think that
So
would
it's
not
kind of
be?
like
If you
a-
lower taxes on some people and raise them on others,
Yeah.
it's unclear if you're saying you want to
But the
lower raise, but you're definitely
total-
not just saying you want to lower taxes.
Total revenue for the government is less. I don't believe in a country as large as the United States.
You think that you're kind of libertarian. You think the government should get smaller.
Yes.
Okay.
But not in a libertarian way. In a very like just humanity-centered kind of socialist.
So like in this
way.
neighborhood, right? Like
Yeah.
I know we're kind of getting off topic here, but there's a ton of homeless people walking around.
Yeah.
Are there homeless shelters in this neighborhood?
And they're very unsafe.
They're unsafe.
Extremely unsafe.
Why are they unsafe?
People get assaulted and raped.
How can we make? What? I guess let me put it this way: wouldn't the government need more money to make them safer?
Yeah.
So how is
Tax
the
the
government?
rich.
But you just said we need less total money. The government
You're
to
not
have
hearing that we can. Some people's taxes will be raised. Most people's taxes will be lowered.
Do you want the government to take in more total revenue or less?
No.
Less total
Less.
revenue. So how are they going to afford to make better homeless shelters?
Taxing the rich.
But you're saying the government's going to take in less total revenue.
Yes, because you have to look at the amount of money, which I don't have the exact numbers, but we're spending
But if,
tens of billions of dollars on the war in Iran
okay, so
every day.
you want the government to take less revenues
Yes.
total,
One
but
day
lower the military even more
Yeah.
than the difference in the less totals
Military
they
and
take.
police.
Take it all from the military and the police.
Yes.
So you don't think we need national defense and people protecting the streets from crime? I'm not trying to be aggro. I'm
They
like
create crime. No. I know you're not trying to be aggro. I
like
just
someone
don't
has
believe
to
in that rhetoric at all.
So if someone walked
I
up to
believe
us
in
with a gun
evidence.
right now,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't want someone in our society to be
No, I want someone to
protecting
do it.
us.
I don't want it to be the police that this country has founded. I want it to be someone else.
Who gets to decide who is allowed to use violence?
Crazy question. I'm not a philosophy major. But yeah, that's a whole question. All I know is that I'm an abolitionist.
So you think like random people should be allowed to use violence?
No, that is a fallacy. That is taking
Well,
my
right,
argument.
well, if
and
someone
saying
comes up to us right now and points a gun
random
at
people
us,
do use violence.
if people
random
come,
people.
if people come up to us and point a gun at us,
Yeah.
I'm a pacifist myself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight back. I will let them execute me on the street.
Really?
I'm just not someone who's gonna fight. That's just
Yeah.
not my way. I mean, I wouldn't want to die, but I'm not. What am I gonna do? I personally would like to know that there is someone who's
Yeah.
gonna protect me if someone
Yeah.
attacks
No, me too.
But you think it will just be some random person on the street?
It'll be a new organization of people for community safety.
You want vigilante justice,
I do not want vigilante justice. I want a different institution.
not run by the
Completely
government.
rebuilt, run by the government, also with some community
What would we
control,
call that institution?
community safety force or some shit like that.
What isn't that what police means? Community safety force.
No.
So you're just against the sort of the.
What I am saying is that the current institution does not work the way it's intended. It needs to be dismantled, and a new institution needs to be built simultaneously.
As opposed to just regulated.
Also regulated.
Why dismantle?
regulating the
why
police?
dismantle the entire police
The
system
police
rather
were
than just
founded
change
by
the
being
rules?
slave catchers.
Is that
Slave
even-
catchers turned into the police force that we know today.
I don't know the
That is
history of the
that's
police.
the history.
Didn't people have police here before there were slaves here?
There were sheriffs.
They were
was a
sheriff.
sheriff.
It became the police when we got slaves.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not super familiar with the history of the police in the United States. Could be possible.
I feel crazy.
No. I
Because
mean,
I'm generally, I live in a bubble on purpose, and it's very fun, and I learn a lot, and it's fun to talk to somebody who's not in that bubble.
okay.
Yeah.
So I guess like getting back onto the track of wealth inequality, I don't agree with you that lowering taxes overall. I mean, you say you're raising them on the rich, but clearly not very much because if the government's taking in less revenue, we can't be raising taxes that much. It seems unlikely to me that your solution will fix wealth and power inequality in this country.
You have to remember the reprioritization of values
Okay, but how is that going to make?
and stop
How-
having a U.S. military base in like almost every country.
Okay, but we're talking about values. But I'm talking about how is
It's
what
all
you're
connected.
how is what you're saying going to make? Do you know what like the Gini coefficient is? What that concept is? So just like think about basically the curve that describes the distribution of wealth, right?
Okay.
How much of the wealth is controlled by the top 1%?
Yeah.
Right? It seems unclear to me the suggestions and I'm not, for the audience, I'm not even making a stance on if I believe we should be reducing wealth inequality. I'm just saying to you, it's unclear to me that your solutions would actually improve, make our country less unequal.
It's all evidence that I have read, and there's been studies.
Okay.
Which, like, you can always say, oh, there was a study. But there's truly a lot of studies, economic studies. I would suggest looking up Chloe East's work. She's an economics professor at CU Boulder. She does a lot of studies. Right now she's focusing a lot on reactive studies on how ICE is affecting the economy. Not to bring up a whole other subject.
No, it's okay.
But she's done a lot of good economic research. And there, it sounds insane. But billions of dollars. Billions. Like, just imagine, you know, that picture of a million versus a billion. Tens of billions daily going to bomb schoolgirls in Iran.
Mm-hmm.
When that could solve world hunger.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's the question of why is it the U.S.'s role? There's a lot going on. But cut the fucking military.
And you would be okay with ceding control of the Pacific to China?
Yeah. I'm Chinese.
You would be okay with China taking Taiwan?
No.
Well, how would we stop China from taking Taiwan if we cut all of the military spending?
We're not cutting all of it.
But you want to cut a
Also,
significant
why do
portion.
we need to stop Taiwan?
Well, no one else
We
can stop
stop
China.
Taiwan, but
We're the only people who have a comparable military, right?
yeah,
Do you
I think
want
that's a false dichotomy.
Why?
A lot of European countries also have a lot of power and
But
military and potential
European countries aren't going to protect the Pacific. Why would they protect the Pacific?
because of NATO or something.
But NATO's the North Atlantic
I don't know.
Treaty, right? Like the European countries care about the
Yeah,
Arctic
yeah.
and the Atlantic and
Yeah.
the Mediterranean, but the Pacific, I mean, they care about it insofar as global trading.
Yeah.
They don't want global trading to come to a halt, but
Yeah.
they don't have as much of an incentive, right?
Yeah.
Like, do they have militaries that are set up for the Pacific? I'm not an expert, but I would think no. I would think it's really just Austin, Australia,
There's
Japan,
allies.
and Korea.
Like if you think about World War II, you know, they were shipping people over to Japan.
Sure. I'm
Yeah.
not saying Europe wouldn't help us, but
Yeah.
it seems improbable that if the U.S. disappeared off the face of the earth, that the U.S. plus Japan plus Korea plus
Also, I
Australia would
don't
be able
like
to
the
defend
idea.
Taiwan.
China is a nuanced thing. It's not a totally bad thing. China I am not a tanky, and I am very against what China's done. It's affected my family. The Cultural Revolution was a horrible thing for my grandpa's side of the family. My grandma was okay because she was dirt poor. But China has done horrible things. Also, China has beat us in so many things, like response to the climate and things like that. Their approach to solving economic inequality, which is imperfect, but so much better than what we're doing here. And I don't know why the U.S. needs to be number one in the world. I just don't.
You
We're
don't think
250
you'd be
years
okay
old.
with
We're
China
baby.
becoming number one?
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
And like same with AI, right? Like let's move this back to AI a little bit.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with the U.S. slowing down AI, even if that meant ceding control
Yeah.
to China as the number one country?
I am fine with that.
Let's say, right, all the way to the level of China literally takes over the U.S. No, let's go there. Let's say, would you?
Fallacy. That's
I'm
gonna
not.
happen.
No, I'm not saying that's what will happen.
Yeah.
Probably that wouldn't be what
Well,
happens.
no.
Let's say, if we did, let's just pose the question that if we did slow down AI, we slowed down funding the military, that they were literally able to capture our country. Would you still be in favor of cutting funding to the military and AI?
You have to understand Chinese culture too. And it was the Mongols that were always invading us, and then the Japanese, and then the British. China is good on their own. You know, 中国 is how you say China in Chinese.
Uh-huh.
It means middle country. Yes, they are colonizers. They've colonized, not to the extent of white Christian Westerners.
Yeah.
And so I think acting as if they're going to do what we do, which is colonize, just a complete misinformation.
But what do you
and
think about
understanding
Hong
of
Kong,
culture.
and what do you think about their rhetoric, right? Like last
Hong
year
Kong's
in
crazy.
the speech that
Yeah.
Xi's state speech, he reiterated for about the fifth time in a row that Taiwan is part of the Chinese homeland.
I know, they're just stupid.
Is that not a
stupid.
colonizer mindset?
Well, yeah, it is. I just said that it's not like they're not colonizers, but they're not trying to go to the other side of the world.
You don't
to
think they
colonize.
take it all the way?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't.
And then
It's just stupid. And my mom was at Tiananmen Square, and the fact that Xi Jinping is still in power is a huge offense to the work that she did at Tiananmen Square, because the main demand of Tiananmen Square was term limits.
sure.
So
Who do you think's a better person, Trump or Xi?
Xi Jinping.
Close or
It's
by a
like-
lot?
No. Close.
Close.
Yeah.
Close. Let's finish this off here with just, if you could press a button and either slow down or speed up AI development, which button would you press?
Slow down.
Slow down?
Yeah.
You're confident?
Yes.
Very, okay. Any last thoughts?
Mass ego death
Okay.
for all.
One big acid trip.
One big acid
One-
trip. I've never done acid, okay?
You've never done acid.
I've never done acid.
And you have
I just act
green,
like this.
yellow hair.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
I've never done acid. I don't do drugs. I don't even smoke weed. Sobriety's cool, kids. That's what I have to say.
Stay sober.